Yo, what is up guys? It's me Eve again here playing Bleach Soul Resonance. In today's video we're gonna be talking about the Toshiro new spirit type of character. And we finally we're able to build a spirit team. So hopefully everyone will be summoning for Toshiro. He's definitely a must-have, at least for now, because we don't have any options. As well as if you want to summon for Aizen, and I think a lot of people will want to summon for Aizen. You will need to get Toshiro, as well as Toshiro is really good. Second best DPS after Ichigo, at least currently, and definitely worth summoning, from in my opinion at least. So hopefully you will all get your luck on him. But in today's video we're going to talk about him, his weapons, his boundaries, his stamps, all of the stamps, what you need to do in terms of the rotations on him, and his team, how is he going to be looking in terms of play. And hopefully you will enjoy this video. But before we start, don't forget to again like, subscribe, and leave a comment in there if you got lucky on Toshiro or not, if you're going to be summoning or if you're skipping him. And all of that you can join in. Hopefully you will put it in the comments. I'm interested to see who's going to be summoning on him, or if you're not going to be summoning on him, obviously. So in terms of what you want to know about his weapon is, obviously you want to have his core weapon. That's a huge difference between having it and not. Crit rate increased by 30%. The duration tensho during basic attack damage is increased by 50%. Damage taken is reduced by 25% while using the basic attack, and they cannot be interrupted. So that's a huge difference. Again, weapon stats boost 50% as well. So huge difference if you're using it or not. But if you didn't summon for his stuff, then you can replace it with just his own one with the spirit damage. So the standard SR one with the spirit damage, you can use it in there over it. But again, it's a huge difference with weapon and not having the weapons. In terms of the skills, obviously you want to level up everything. I still didn't finish him up again because he just came out. I will finish him up as soon as possible. I just don't have the stamina currently for now. But in terms of boundaries, I would recommend trying to get an A1 if you can. If you're like a low spender or a whale, for sure, go for it. It's going to be worth it because, again, all damage dealt by Toshiro increases by 25%. That's a huge increase. When entering Banka, immediately gain 3 Ice Blossoms as well. That's a very big increase in damage. As well as this A2 is also really nice. Increases crit rate by 20% for 8 seconds after releasing a technique or counter-attack, stacking up to 2 times. That's a huge bonuses. Huge bonuses. I do recommend trying to get those if you're like a low spender at least. So try to get A1 or A2 on him. If then like after that he gets levels here, he gets a level in here, he gets a buff on the technique in here, so also really solid one. And A5 is just another levels, and A6 is a huge buff as well. So overly the best boundaries, A1, A2, the like most important ones for him, really solid. Then you're obviously going to go for A4, and A6 are the most important ones after that. In terms of the stamps, there's a few different stamps besides his core. So unfortunately in CBT we were getting his core stamp for free, but right now we're not getting it. So you will need to basically get lucky and get his core stamp yourself. But there's a few core stamps for free-to-plays if you're looking to replace it for a time being. This is going to be Rushing into the Danger, and as well as another good one that you can use is going to be the what's called To Reach Higher Places. So this one is also really solid. I would recommend one of them as a replacement if you just don't have the To Reach Higher placements. Then you will gonna be using the SR one. That's also really nice. So this one buffs his when you have the higher the combo count is gonna be, the higher damage you are gonna be doing with the basic attack, and he's gonna be spamming the basic attack. So that's basically a must-have on him if you're not having the stamp, obviously his main stamp. But this one also is decent. Each time an ultimate is released, trigger 1 additional attack of the same type, dealing damage equal to 125% of the current ultimate. So he's going to be also getting his ultimate very fast. So because of that, this is also really nice. And a decent one. I would say it's like the top 3. Top 2 is probably the one that with the basic attacks, because that one just buffs. You're just going to be using basic attacks much more compared to the ultimates over in it. So because of that, that's one a little bit higher. But this one is still decent. In terms of the what type of stamps you want to use in here, it's going to be obviously World Conquest 3. So you're going to need to get some good stats on here, and the stats that you want to go for is going to be pure attack and the bonus. So attack, bonus, and then crits. Like first priority, give priority to the spirit damage bonus and attack, and then give the priority to crit damage, crit rate. Again, if you have his weapon, you have already crit rate increase, then you also have like if you have the boundary, so if you have A1 for example, or and A2, so you have already increase in damage in here, and as well as the crit rate in here, another one. So you can a little bit focus more on attack in that sense if you already have the A2 at least, and the weapon. So that will make you go a little bit more crazier. But obviously, some like spirit damage bonuses in here could be very, very strong, as well as like something like this is actually good. But obviously, you want this as a 5-star and not a 4-star like mine. But if you get something like this is actually a very, very decent one. Again, it would be better if this, besides the damage bonus, I think if I had the crit rate in here, because again, I'm not running the A2, so it would be a little bit nicer. But this is still a very, very solid one that I pulled on for the time being. I think I'm gonna stay on it. Again, you want to have the crits, attack, and the bonuses on those. So those are going to be the most important one. Obviously, the Conquest gives you the specific buffs. The spirit damage increases ultimate damage for each time a technique is released, increases basic attack damage by 36% for 3 seconds, unstackable. So this is really, really, really solid buffs. So because of that, you do want to, this is basically the only spirit buffs that we currently have. There's no, like, you know, there's specific ones for some characters. For Yorichi, she has her own stamps, for example, in that sense. Byakuya has his own. He doesn't really have his own, he just has the con in here. Unfortunately, he doesn't get his own. But this is how you basically want to use him, how you want to build him. Now I'm going to show you how to use him in the game, how you basically the rotations are going to be looking like, as well as you're going to be using the team. This is the team, the Rukia or Hara in here. This is how you want to be using. Honestly, you want to start probably with Rukia just to quicker get her stuff going, as well as her ultimate. You're gonna be using your first skill on him. Once you get in the game, you do the damage, you swap to the Urahara. Now you do the damage with him because you want to get the buffs. Now once you get the buffs, you switch to Toshiro again. You already have the battlefield skill, as you can see in here. Now you're going to be using his attacks plus the battlefield skills to maybe also try to apply this stuff. Now we have the second form, the dragons, in here. This is how he looks. Like, I think his animation looks so sick. You're gonna be just basically spamming with him. You have the freezes. Now you're gonna be just waiting, like doing all of your stuff. Sometimes switching up to Rukia to use her skill and back again to the rotation with the Urahara again while he's stunned. Use the ultis if you get them. And again, you're going back to Toshiro. He's gonna be doing the damage. Your dragons, for the most part, until you get the ultimate, are gonna be your main DPS. Because they do quite a lot of damage, honestly. Now, once you get to ultimate, depending on how fast you get to it, I would recommend still, if you, you're very close to ultimate, you can switch up to Urahara and use up his skill before using ultimate, just because this one will allow you to get the buffs just in time. So like you have more time while you're going to be in ultimate, so you you still need to wait to get his main attack, the one in the bottom here on the right, this one attack. You will still need to do the damage with your skills to get that attack. So because of that, I would recommend to get Urahara's buff, and then you can just use the skill. That is how it is a little bit bugged currently. As you can see, there's like the black stuff on the screen. I think it's just a little bit of a bug. I don't know, maybe it's only me, or is only a blue stacks. I don't know why, but that exists there. So this is how you want to basically do rotations. Rukia, her skills, her ultimate, whatever you have on her. Then Urahara, always try to use it before spamming like once in a while, like every 10 seconds basically you can, because Urahara's skills are getting down, and you can apply all of your stacks for buffs again. So this is how you basically want to spam with him. And try to use your stuff before you ult with Toshiro again, so you did get the additional, again, time for you to keep spamming your ultimate while you're in the Bankai form. Other than that, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comments. Again, tell me what do you think about Toshiro. Are you going for him or not? And hopefully this was helpful for you. And don't forget to join the Discord if you don't want to miss streams when I play the Bleach, as well as do summons on there. And hopefully I'll see you in there. And have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.